Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. So today I want us to do the updates of the activity that is taking place at Nyaboanze, specifically at A.M Marwa construction site. You know, after sickness and after heavy downpour, are you there? That every Facebook, every social media, and within the YouTube channel has been the talk of everything else. Others calls for help, others with the calls for advice, and others with call of postponement of the party. But others have just decided to go negative as usual, you know. But today, I just wanted to give you the status update. Apart from other myriad activity that's happening within A.M Marwa construction site, I found it so nice and so wise to always bring you at speed or bring you at breast with everything that is happening without further ado. So we are going to check at the status of the clay bath after the heavy rain. Where we left it the previous day, this is a continuation of this video, you know, just as a clear indicator to show you that there's nothing to be worried about, but only some things when done in the right direction, therefore all and sundry shall be well and will be home and dry. If you're coming across this channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the notification bell to my usual subscriber. May God bless you so much. Without your effort, this YouTube wouldn't be where it is today. And may God bless you abundantly, plus all my moderators. Let's dive in after the break. Welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. This is my YouTube channel. So guys, let's dive in lest we forget. Clay bath is in good state. No damages that was so claimed by the lazy gang on this YouTube channel. You know, it is all about cleaning in progress, removing the garbage, and always erecting the clay soil above the gabions and within the clay bath. You know, all it's calm and we can see the clay soil is being removed. So the water flow is exquisite if you can see the video. As you can see as well, imagine if the stone gabions weren't built. If the stone gabions weren't built, I believe by now we could be talking of a very huge damages, a very huge landslide that could have even encroached A.M Marwa's property, that could have even encroached the fence, that could have even encroached and damaged down the walls of the fence that was erected therein. I hope you will see it in the video below. You know, I'm not just speaking because there's no evidence. There is an evidence. If you can see the deposits of soil, the soil and the dirt that were deposits and the topography that was eroded right from A.M Marwa compound flowing downstream into the clay bath, it is a clear indication that without the gabions, are you there? We could be speaking of a heavy landslide. We could be speaking of the riverbank scorching up to A.M Marwa property and even bringing down the fence. You can see the water flow. So what really mean? The water passes through, but the little soils that could pass like sandy soil were carried into the clay bath. So what this guy is doing down here was just to clean it so that it removes the sandy soil plus other dirt that have mixed with the clay soil, so that the clay soil remained to make it easier for bathing. Watch the video below.
water. It's so refreshing. Just listen to the sound of water because I can't be able to work at the same time. I'm going down. What is happening? At the same time talking, but comment down here what you want to say. Just comment down here. Tell me what you want to say. Everything. Adding you influence a viewer. It's always right. Think I'm doing good. Show me congratulations. I'm sweating already. Show me congratulations. You think I'm not doing a good one? Just say it. You're free. Say anything. We are living in a free world, you know? Yeah. Here. What exactly are you doing? So guys, I'm trying to remove this silt here. There is a lot of soil that was deposited by water inside this pool, and it has covered the clay all over. Well guys, this is the progress now. I'm still continuing with the clay bath, cleaning it. As you can see, I've done quite a lot. Look at this. I've removed so many water deposits here, and we are almost left with clay. But at the same time, let me tell you guys what will be happening. You see here, down here, there is a lot of clay down here, and we're gonna be digging here and bringing more clay inside. But that is when the party begins. Right now, the work is only to maintain this clay bath and make sure that it's not destroyed by water, you know. I hope you know what I mean, but we might not be able to be using the clay that is here because it's already dirty, but we'll be importing more clay from outside, you know. We're going to be importing more clays. The idea of this clay bath is not to be like a high-end class. You have to experience the village life.
So from the video above, you could clearly see how the cleaning process is done. You can even see the level of the clay and the mixture of sand and dirt has already busted, and it's almost to the brim. So this is a clear indication that every time it rains, the sand and the dirt and the other garbages will always deposit into the clay bath. Are you there? That one also is to mean that a person who is responsible for cleaning this clay bath must always be on a standby to always clean if at all people will bathe into it. And it's meant for people to bath with what? With clay. Are you there? So always make sure that when you are cleaning, don't always throw the clay soil. Because the process of cleaning, you might be removing the clay, you might be doing the mixture of clay and dirt together. But what you do while you're removing the garbages, dirt and other sand soil, make sure you preserve the clay soils into small containers or separately. Preserve them well, but aerated. Don't hair tight it because it will ferment. Aerated, such that any visitor or anybody who would want to bathe into the river, you can specifically present to him the clay that has already been preserved, so that the clay bath could as well continue going forward. So that one is a preservative methods of making sure you preserve that clay, because that clay is so important. People will come to bath because of the clay and because of the beneficial ingredient that is within the clay. So make sure you preserve it big time. So secondly, along of it, you must also be wary. Anytime it rains, be on a standby. After the rains, make sure the cleaning is done and the cleaning is ensued. Are you there? So that is the only way to do it. To preserve it further, kindly also make sure that you plant the cover crops. So the cover crops, these are the crops like the grass, the trees that form the canopy kind of nature, and the trees with the deep roots. And also make sure you plant long grass and anything, cover crops that would as well make the gabions strong. So the reason why you have to plant all these cover crops along the gabions and along the fence is to always reduce the speed of water. So because the water will ever flow downstream with splash. So the splash is amount of erosion and the force that it comes with. So the cover crops will always hold the moving water, control its movement, and by the time it's controlled its movement, so the soil particles that is being carried by the water will be prevented to move down en masse, and only water will pass going down the stream. And that alone, you'll be salvaging the litters and the darts being deposits into the clay bath. And again, make sure you also put the small stones. So these small stones, they act like a buffer. So the reason of a buffer is to facilitate the sieving, so that the water that will be coming out of the stream will be even so clear, crystal clear and clean, without any kind of stain. And again, the small stones also will prevent the soft mud, the dirt, the litters from finding their way into the clay bath going forward. That's the only way you can do. Because now you can watch even through the video along the riverbanks, along A.M QAROL fence. If you can see the fence at the back. So the best thing that also can help that fence is to do what? Do the plantations. And the other side that also is remaining, that the dikes has not been done. So from along the fence, other dikes with gabions also must be created. So A.M QAROL, consider doing the same stones along your fence, more so where the river is facing, such that when it rains, that wall on the ground from that ground doesn't get eroded to the river, because it risks making your wall to fall down. So consider doing the gabions, and how you can do the gabion so that it makes sense. Make a gabion instead of steps. Are you there? Like a staircase. So if you make it as a staircase, the stability becomes so good, the structural topography also becomes so steady, such that whoever wants to go to the river will use those staircases to access water to the river. You will be helping also the river eventually. Are you there? Just build it going to the river. And again, down also along the riverbank, plant some flowers, plant the cover crops that will see it so stable. It will prevent even your soil big time. It prevent it big time. Watch the video below.
Yeah, we have my silver. We are my friend here. What's up, brother? What is happening? Yeah, man. He's saying you make sure you subscribe to my videos. Yeah. Please, guys, make you subscribe. I'm doing a lot of work here, but at the same time, I have to bring you content so that I have to work. There is no shortcut. Alright? Wow. Driver! What's up, man? Yeah, I see you. Marwa's driver. I see you, bro. Yes. Okay. Wow, that's good, Driver. You're just watching me cleaning the cables here, we are being entertained, we are making clothes, and so many other things, As a YouTuber, you must somehow entertain me. Why do I entertain you guys? Or why educate you? Okay, I might not be able to entertain you, but maybe I'm educating you guys at the same time. If I'm not educating, I'm showing you what you have not seen today. One of those, I must be doing one of those. So maybe you are wondering the state of a tribal, how it looks like, what is going on. People do take, we African men are taking bath here, What's up? I see you. Yeah. This is my bag, guys. These are my clothes here. My shoe, my short or sweatpants. Wow, there's so many others. Okay guys, this is my tripod called my phone. This one here. This is the one that I use to bring you exclusive video every day. So guys, you are still working. I'm almost done. I've finished a lot of work. Actually, let me show you. You don't believe me? Let me show you. This is great. This is great, guys. You see? So now you believe me. There is a lot of gray here. This is great. Very smooth, huh? That's great now. So don't be like the clay has been taken by water.
To confirm to you that nothing the damage was, because you have seen it. You also have seen that the gabion and the stones that were laid are stable. You know, and also the reason why I was saying that you also make it into steps such that it will be so easier for people to walk downstream and from downstream going up and prevent your fences. Are you there? Because you could see our cooking lady, African lady, the tea, also went to test the clay bath over there, and alongside she had is always cooking outdoor. Are you there? Along the gabion. You know, it is good. It's showing people what actually will be done. So that kind of simulation was very important. Alongside your bathing and outdoor kitchen is over there. So consider making another gabions, but into steps right from the fence as people walking down to the stream. It also eases your walk from the stream, ascending up to the villa or to the compound. Are you there? So the next thing also you can do, you can also create the channels just along the wall that you know. These channels, it is where water comes from. So these channels will also help you to sieve the water out so that the compound itself doesn't get waterlogged. The moment it's waterlogged and water is stagnated, cannot move, therefore the sponge smell. Therefore the infestation of insects, frogs, and like mosquito and such kind of water is so dangerous. Make sure the water moves. I like the fact that all the water in the compounds actually are moving. There's no water that is stagnated. Either some people might laugh, but they don't know the importance of water moving. They like it when the water is stagnated. Watch the video below.
This is my shower tub, and my things are here for cooking. Yeah. So I was scared of standing here, but they're standing there. So I'm an overthinker, guys. But I'll first look here. If they can stand there, both of them, then I can stand there. So my fire is here. So these are my stuff for the bath.
I believe and I'm acutely sure that once the channel is created in A.M QAROL compound to channel the water and the boreholes have been sunk, then there would be no problem with rain at all. Are you there? The channel, it will direct the directional flow of water downstream. Are you there? And it must be created maybe 1 or 2, so that all waters are coming from the gutter on top of the house, collect itself into the channel, get itself into a certain pipe or a certain reservoir, and this reservoir will only get this water out downflow to the river. Again, the borehole, it's where all the water that once to logged within your compound, it will find itself in the borehole. Are you there? The channel you are creating, if the borehole itself is full, and it's break its bank at the breathing point. So the only way the boreholes can breathe is creating the channels that will oozes out all this water downstream. That's why all the trenches, the channels must be excavated, going downside the river, and that's why you have to sink the borehole where you see the water is causing logged. Are you there? And this one, the water logging itself will be a forgotten cause. Secondly, the moving water has got no problem at all. The good thing with the moving water, you've already known the direction where water is moving, which means it's a slope. So anytime you want to do a landscaping, do not level it. Do a landscaping the way it is, which such that when the water hits the ground, it finds itself through this channel down the stream. Are you there? So there's no stagnation point. Are you there? So the simple thing is to do, let water move, but along the walls next to the river, make sure you create even 2, 3, 4 levels. 2, 3, 4 levels. It's like a tributaries. Yeah. But a tributaries, this one is an inlet, taking water out of your compound to the river or into the clay bath, whatever it be. Are you there? Such that it also controls the volumes of water getting out from your compound. Are you there? So that outlet will help even your walls. It will help even the movement of water so that the water gets out within specific minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Are you there? As you can see, all that topography, nothing happened so wrong. Are you there? The only thing is like the farmer is a farm. Are you there? Was damaged, but that one because the direction of water is through that place. So the splash erosion played that big role. That's why I'm saying the borehole must be sunken. The trenches also must be excavated. Are you there? And the water outlet point also must be dug to get the water out. Otherwise, there is no any other problem that happened, because even if you do all those things and the rain comes, whether the El Nino comes, the topography shall still be steady, the fence will be intact, any kind of erosions and menace will be a foregone case going forward. Until next time, this is Senior Zack.